Yeah, I just kind of keep titles in my phone for whatever reason, and I had the word hurricane in there. I couldn't tell you why. But I had thrown it out in the room, and we were kind of sitting there, you know, just shooting the bull or whatever, and discussing how, I think it was a buddy of Taylor's had broken up with somebody, and he was really concerned about going out and running into this girl at the bar. And so I said, well, why don't we try to kind of match that idea up with this title, Hurricane, and that's what we did. And so I sat down and decided I was going to record a 6-song EP. And when I did, that was one of the songs that made the list. And I made 2 3-song EPs when I was in college. And I was working, I was working at a retail, like a Izod retail store, like folding shirts and pants and selling people socks and stuff. And I was also a bouncer at a bar at the same time. I actually lived above the bar. And so I kind of knew how much those EPs cost, and went to do the financials on this 6-song EP, and then had enough money saved up from the previous EPs, so those previous 2 EPs kind of paid for the next one. And yeah, I didn't have a deal or anything. I just I needed to get some new music out there and kind of build the fan base. And so when we got to that point to record, you know, I had enough money to pay the musicians. Then I realized we kind of needed to master the songs, and I had never done that on my previous 2 EPs. And so I kind of missed, I guess, calculated that portion of the recording process. And so I was at home one morning and listened to the songs, and I said, hey man, this song Hurricane sounds done to me. And so we just used the tracking vocal, and I spent the last $200 I had to master that tune and put it out on iTunes, and it sold 14,000 copies the first week, and I used that money to kind of fund the rest of the EP. And then in November of that year, put the whole EP out that was the 6 total songs, which led to me getting a booking deal, which led to me signing my independent deal, and then later signing with Columbia. Now it's a 2-week #1, and it's just crazy, man. You can't really plan on any of that stuff happening, but it did, man, so lucky to be here, you know.